Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are very honored to have Orit Esther Riter join us for Shalosh Shudas this week. Um, Orit is a speaker. She is an energy healer, and she is the founder and director of Or Emunah.org. And we're very excited to listen to her words of inspiration at Shalosh Shudas. I know she's speaking elsewhere in Long Beach as well. And so thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just want to stand corrected. We have a motto in our community that we're not healers, but we're practitioners because Hashem is the only healer.
Thank you for that. My terminology was off. I apologize.
Absolutely.
So I guess, Orit, if you don't mind, just give us a little background. How did you get into this field? It's a very unique field. I know you've inspired a lot of people. Just give us some the roadmap. How did you get here?
Thank you, Hashem. Thank you first of all, thank you for the skut. I'm very excited to be part of the Long Beach community, and to have the merit to be able to meet women and men alike over Shabbat, this beautiful upcoming Shabbat. So I myself, I'll just very briefly share my background. I'm a trained chef by profession. I hold a culinary arts degree. I worked for 15 years in the tri-state area as an off-premise glad kosher caterer. So that was really, how I started my life in terms of career. I never would have imagined that about 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis with a chronic autoimmune disease that really was a hard stop in my track of life and living as a trained chef and growing this beautiful catering company. And so Hashem has other plans. He sets different syllabuses in front of us after we feel like we've been through the ropes. Hashem says, I'm going to throw you another elective course to take in the course of your life. And so after my diagnosis, I was forced to stop doing the physical work because I was no longer able to. I actually found myself in a wheelchair, walking with a walker at the age of 36 years old. And
Wow.
so my life took a different path. And what doesn't break you makes you. And so I was challenged with the biggest Emunah crisis of my life. I had just gone back to tshuva. I was not observant all of my life. And Hashem put me on the course of learning for myself what it's like to actually confront the difficult challenges of life, not only physically, emotionally, mentally, having to confront my traumas and my own pains of my childhood. And so Hashem led me onto this path of learning Emunah, teaching Emunah, that eventually led me onto a track of also learning energy healing and the profound transformative experiences and healing modalities, undergoing very rigorous rabbinical supervision to make sure that there's no heebie-jeebies and idolatrous practices involved in this healing technology, modality. And so here I am today, 3 books later, and leading many international speaking tours and inspiring, please God, women and men alike.
Wow. That is quite a backstory. Wow,
Yes,
very
in
interesting.
3 seconds or less.
Wow, wow. So I guess can you just give us kind of a highlight of what this modality looks like? Who's a typical client? I guess is it one-on-one counseling? Is that typically how it works?
So it's more than just, it started out as I just wanted to learn it myself because going through multiple sclerosis, I knew that there was a whole inner world of emotional healing that was stopping the divine light and energy force, which is the energy is a life force that permeates through our body. It's consciousness, it's potential, it's the force that drives us to live lives as co-creators and co-partners in taking an active role in refining and restoring and healing, not just cosmically, but personally, our own inner world. So I went through this rigorous therapy myself, going through this journey, exploring my own inner world and psyche. And I found it so profound and it was so phenomenal that I was able to say goodbye to my cane, goodbye to my, walker and wheelchair. And I went from three relapses a year to once every 5 or 6 years. I'm not healed per se. I still have MS in my body. I just recently am dealing with a spout of neurological Lyme disease. I mean, there's always a Lyme Bell's palsy. Half my face was literally drooping down and I was drooling from my mouth. So at the end of the day, the healing journey is a relationship. It never ends. And Emunah is something that we constantly work on. So it's a methodology that really taps into the subconscious mind. I not only work one-on-one with clients, but I also train practitioners, women. I train the women. My son, Netanel Riter, trains the men, and we have two separate men's and women's tracks where we train women and men from all around the world, both virtually and in person, how to tap into your subconscious mind, all through Shiviti, keeping Hashem in mind, all through strict rabbinical supervision. And it's a profound 40-hour experience that really takes you to a before and after the Or Emunah energy training program.
Wow, wow, wow. Fascinating. So it's not your typical counseling. It's really a program, an intense program that somebody undergoes if
Yes,
they
yes,
very interesting. And okay, this is definitely
profound.
something. This first of all, you should know this is perfect for Long Beach, right? We're on. There's a spiritual element to this town. We're on the ocean. It kind of I think it very much speaks to a lot of
Mm,
people. And I guess if you so the title of your speech at the Young Israel is "Language of the Soul: Healing Through Emunah." So if you
yes,
had to just give, obviously this is just a teaser. We still want people to come in person, but if you had to give
right.
kind of the elevator pitch for what people will walk away from, what would that sound like?
So I'll explain it in hopefully 1 minute or less. There are different languages that we hear. We know we have five senses, physical senses. We also have five energetic inner senses, right? And those inner senses means that when we close our eyes, like we say the Shema, we could see certain images, we can hear certain voices, right? So there are different languages and different voices that we hear happening from within self. And the whole journey of life is to listen within, to hear, to see, to feel, to touch, to taste within. So we've been listening to different languages. There's the language of the body, there's the language of the soul, there's the language of the ego, right? There's different languages, and we oftentimes listen to the wrong voice and the wrong language when we try to apply and retrieve moments of clarity in terms of how to lead our lives. But if we listen to the soul speaks the language of truth. And I want to say that all healing begins when we change the conversation that we have with Hashem, knowing the language. Who's talking right now? Is it my body? Is it my soul? Is it my ego? And when we know, Hashem, you're here conversing with me inside through the circumstances of my life, through the people you bring into my life, through the triggers, through the joyful moments, when we could sit with the language of the soul, which I'll just say in three very short points. What is that language of the soul? It's the language of stillness, so that you can become aware of that other voice. It's the language of gratitude, to really live seeing the half cup full. And it's the language of Emunah, where even though my fleshy eyes and my ears don't hear or see, and I don't physically notice the change, the salvation, but I trust, because I know that you, God, are good. When I can tap into that, and there is a way to permeate and go through those hidden layers, even though I don't see it, but I trust in it. It's a language that we learn. This is something we do learn to develop sensitivity towards through the training programs, through the individual one-on-one sessions. Then we know that we are listening to the language of truth, to the inner purpose, to the reason why Hashem blew the breath of life through us. And when we could tap into that, boy, does our life change literally in a wow, instantaneous moment.
Wow. Okay, so a lot to look forward to over this Shabbos, and thank you so much for coming and sharing your wisdom and
Thank you.
knowledge and experience with us, and we're very much looking forward. So, God
Thank you.
willing, we'll see you at Shala
Yes.
Shudas. Thank you so much.
Bezrat Hashem. Thank you.